Javon Frazier, your guiding light, and I am here with 3 steps to deal with anxiety when you've got shit to do. Now, I know that title kind of just rocked your mind like, wait, did she just say that? Yes, I did, because anxiety is the worst. And as a person who has dealt with it for years, sometimes it can get downright frustrating. So, yeah, sometimes you got to talk to it like that. I have dealt with anxiety for a lot of years. As some of you may know, if you've read my first book, The Hidden Jewel, I have gone through sexual abuse as a child, along with other things in my life. And so as a result of, my emotions being an emotional roller coaster and having to kind of go through all those I don't want to say traumatic experiences, but those life altering experiences, I developed anxiety. And if you know anything about anxiety, it can get worse over time. Anxiety happens when your body feels like it's stress, or it's in a dire state, and it protects itself. You start releasing this hormone called cortisol, and that's kind of your brain's way of telling your body, we need to kick into overdrive to protect ourselves. So if you deal with anxiety for any amount of time, you know that sometimes your brain will tell your body that there's danger when there's nothing happening. So today I'm going to give you tips to deal with those moments, because life does not stop just because you're having a panic attack or an anxiety attack. You still have to go on. So these are some of my 3 top tips, and I'm sharing them with you. Tip number 1, own it. Like, for real, for real. Okay. I always say this: if you own your ish, nothing or no one can use it against you. When you try to act as if anxiety is not a part of your life, you're actually giving it more power. You're actually letting it control you. The thing that you try to avoid most is the thing that you run dead smack into. So if you try to act like anxiety is not a part of your life, you'll find yourself being anxious all the time and not being able to control yourself or handle yourself when you're having an anxiety or a panic attack. If you own it, if you let your loved ones know, those around you, know that you deal with anxiety, because I don't like to say I have anxiety. I say I deal with it, because I do. Like, I own it. I deal with it. Like, if you let those around you know that this is something that you deal with, then 1, it helps them to understand you better and to support you better, and 2, it takes away the negative feelings that you can feel when you're having an anxiety attack. One of the feelings that I experience a lot during one of my attacks is like frustration, because I hate the fact that I feel like this, where when I'm mindful of like, this is just a part of my reality, then you don't get so frustrated. You're able to deal with it and go through the moment. Which leads me to step number 2. Have a plan in place. I like to call it my ICE plan, in case of emergency plan. What this plan is that when you know that you have these moments and you have these triggers, you can have a plan in place for not only yourself but for your loved ones of how to deal with it. Like, for me, my anxiety starts, 1, as like I feel overwhelmed, and then I start feeling like I can't really get my thoughts together, and then it's like an emotional thing, like my or a physical thing, my chest gets tight, and then it's a full-on anxiety attack followed by an asthma attack, because when my chest gets tight I can't breathe. It's a whole big old thing. So what I have to do with my family and myself really is I had to put a plan in place. If you like something soft, light a candle, listen to music. There's an exercise that I love called the grounding exercise, and basically it's just bringing yourself down, talking yourself down, being aware of where you are, being aware of your breathing, being aware of the fact that, like, okay, everything is okay. I'm having a moment, but this moment passed. It will pass. I've been through moments like this before. Like, just start bringing yourself back down, with your words. Your words are so powerful. If you can speak to yourself during those attacks or those moments of frenzy or panic or anxiousness, then you will stop your mind from wandering, which really makes the anxiety attack worse, because you start panicking about the panic and the what ifs, and it's just frustrating. So if you can ground yourself and kind of talk yourself down, I literally, as I'm talking, I go like this. Okay, you're fine. One bad A, scribble. You can handle this. I have to talk myself down and like bring it back down. So have a plan in place. Do some research. Maybe trial and error. See what works for you. But definitely make sure that you have your ICE in place and that it's handy so that your family or those closest to you will know what to do. And number 3, celebrate yourself. If when after you own the fact that you have or that you deal with anxiety, you've put your plan in place, you've gone through a moment of panic or anxiety attack, celebrate the fact that you made it. Celebrate the fact that even though this real life mental illness is a part of your world and a part of your reality, you're still able to function. You are still able to do the shit that you need to do. Celebrate that. That is something, like, I literally tell myself I am a bad A, scribble. I look, and if you don't know, bad A, scribble is just my way of saying badass. I literally look myself in the mirror and I tell myself, you have gone through yet another attack. You're still here. You're still standing. You're still an awesome mom. You're still an amazing writer. You're an amazing coach. You're helping thousands of women all over the world. And yeah, I take a moment and I celebrate myself. So I encourage you to do the same. If you deal with anxiety, or if you know someone that deals with anxiety, it is not the end of the world. It is not fun. It is not something that I will wish on my worst enemy. It is nothing to take lightly. However, it does not have to control you. It does not have to define you, and you can still get the shit done that you need to do, okay? Life still goes on, even in the midst of you having or dealing with this illness. Anxiety is really what it is. So I want to, again, let you know that you are not alone. I myself, your guiding light, deal with anxiety, and my anxiety is no joke. Like, I can get happy and feel like I'm having a panic attack just because my body's like, wait, what? That's a rush of emotion. What do we do? You know what I'm saying? So I hope these tips have helped. Again, I am Javon Frazier, your guiding light, and as always, remember to discover your inner sparkle and let it shine, because the world is waiting on you to just be you. Love you guys. See you next time. Thanks for watching. To learn more about Javon, visit www.javonafrazier.com. And also, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification button so you never miss another video.